The new Toucan pet from the summer update is really overpowered, and let me tell you guys why. You can literally make trillions off of it, and a bunch of people didn't know how. But before I tell you that, guys, I am about to reach 3,000 subscribers, so if you would like to join that and win this mimic octopus, then subscribe right now and comment down your username because I am doing a giveaway. But before we waste any more time, let's get back into the video, as the first reason of why the Toucan is the most overpowered pet inside Grow a Garden. Now let me tell you what first the Toucan does. The Toucan has this ability that boosts the size bonus of tropical plants. Now if you don't know what the tropical plants in the game are, guys, they are the new plants inside the Mega Summer Harvest, and they are also the plants in the Summer Harvest. Now let me tell you why the Toucan pet is so good for all these plants. First of all, there is the elephant ears, which is really good for growing very large, because if you didn't know, you could have used sprinklers and other things in order to make this up to 120 to 150 kilograms. But if you pair that with the new Toucan pet, you could literally make 200 kilogram elephant ears that can literally break the game. But not only that, as all of the new plants in this update, in the new Mega Summer Harvest update, there are literally so much overpowered plants that can literally give you trillions. And with this extra size bonus that this Toucan gives, you can make it up to 100 to 200 kilograms easily. Of course, you will be needing some sprinklers and the Toucan pet as well, so that it can grow to this weight. But anyways, the ability of the Toucan ranges from around 25 to 30 studs, which is pretty large and average, and I would recommend you to have at least 4 stacks of Toucans. What do I mean by 4 stacks of Toucans? Well, you will at least need around 4 Toucans around your plant within like 25 studs. And what do I mean by like 25 studs? I would say that 25 studs is one square of 2 plots inside your garden. If you don't know how big 2 plots are, then look at this picture on your screen right now, and that would be 2 plots, and that would be around 25 studs. So I would recommend on you guys placing your tropical plant in the middle of that square. Now guys, after you place that in the middle of the square, you will just have to wait for 4 to 8 Toucans. Yes guys, you can get up to 8 Toucans within that range, but of course, you would have to be so lucky to get that chance. But if you do guys, you would literally make the biggest tropical fruit inside the game. Let me tell you why this is super overpowered. For example, if you use the parasol flower, which is one of the best plants to use inside the game, then you would literally be able to get a 1.5 times size bonus. With only one Toucan, that is only 1.5 times. But if you get more Toucans and more stacks inside your garden, you can literally get up to 3 to 4 to 9 and maybe even 18 stacks if you have enough levels and enough size. That makes the Toucan super overpowered, especially for making large fruits like those. Now if you stack those buffs all together and get all 8 pet slots, then you would be able to produce easily a 90 kilogram to up to 130 kilograms worth of parasol flowers. And if you didn't know guys, that is very huge, especially for only a parasol flower, which makes it super overpowered. If you had a 90 kilogram parasol flower, then I would recommend you to get the rainbow or gold mutation on it so that it can spike up in price. After you do that, just a few more mutations, then you could literally sell it for 1 trillion or more. This is really overpowered because if you didn't know, the parasol flower literally has a base price of 200,000, making it the highest in the game and double a candy blossom. Of course, you don't have to do this with the parasol flower, and you can do this with other plants as well, such as the elephant ears or the new plants in the new Mega Summer Harvest update. As if you're asking why I am not saying the exact plants, is because I'm recording this before the Mega Summer Harvest update, so I am very sorry guys, because I only have the leaks and not the real prices of the plants inside the new update. But if you would like to know all of those leaked plants, then just click this video on the top right of your screen right now to watch that video. Anyways, if you are now wondering how to get the new Toucan pet inside the Grow a Garden update, then I would tell you guys to buy a bunch of rare summer eggs. And you can get these rare summer eggs inside the regular pet shop. And if you didn't know, you can get this and it has a very small chance of appearing inside the pet shop. But the best way in order to obtain the Toucan and to get more rare summer eggs is through the summer harvest. And yes guys, this is really overpowered and you can just get it from over around 8,000 to up to 10,000 points only. This is really good, and especially for a ton of plants because there are a bunch of new tropical fruits inside the game. Anyways, you will have a 25% chance of getting the toucan for every single egg you open. It is kind of rare, but I would recommend for you guys to do this next thing, and that is to literally just trade it off from other players. This is by far the easiest way, and because the toucan is a really easy pet to obtain. A bunch of people have a bunch of toucans inside their inventory and don't know how overpowered this method is and how it could make them trillions. That's why you're watching my videos. But guys, if you want to get toucan pets, I would recommend you on paying from around 100 million to up to 1 billion. But of course, if you want to really make trillions very easily, then you can just trade it for higher because you will make it back so much more faster. But if you want to find a really cheap way of finding toucans, then I would recommend on you joining the official Grow a Garden Discord server. The reason is because a bunch of people here are trading for toucans or other pets, and for sure they are willing to trade for those pets. Now I would recommend on you guys to get these toucan pets right now because of course if a bunch of people watch my video, then a bunch of people would know how overpowered the toucan pet is. So right now, get toucan pets, use them, and make a bunch of money because you might miss your chance. Now, why should you use the toucan? First of all, there are a bunch of tropical fruits inside the game, just not the parasol flower or the new plants. There are other more that are also going to be coming out in future updates. And not only that, is because the next update will be the prehistoric update or an extension of the summer harvest again. And if you didn't know about all of the plants that have come out since the start of the summer update have been tropical fruits, so they will work for anything that is categorized as tropical fruits. And now guys, I would recommend to use it on these plants. I would say that using the dragon fruit, the coconut, the mangoes, the parasol flower, the elephant ears, and some of the tropical plants that will be coming out in the next update. These are very overpowered because they can literally give you a higher chance of selling it for so much more. If you have around 5 toucans around your garden, you will literally have a 7 to 9 times bonus in those plants, and 7 to 9 times bonus is a ton guys, and let me tell you why. If you use the sprinkler method with the toucans, you can literally earn so much more, because if you had the master sprinkler, the godly sprinkler, the advanced sprinkler, and the basic sprinkler all at the same time with the toucans, you will be able to grow a 60 kg parasol flower. But if you add on the toucans and that 9 times bonus, you will literally have around 300 kg or maybe even more if you get lucky. Now of course guys, that's only the regular size, and if you got lucky to have the huge chances, the parasol flower would literally grow so large up to beanstalk level. That is super overpowered, and I would recommend on you getting the toucan right now because it is the best pet in the game. I am expecting them to nerf the toucan though, because if you watch my previous videos, I talked about the nectar thorn method. And if you didn't know what the nectar thorn method was back in the updates, then you would know the nectar thorn was super overpowered because of hedgehogs, because hedgehogs could literally go prickly fruit up to around 500 kg easily. But ever since then, they nerfed the hedgehogs to have only a certain range and decrease the regular size boost of those nectar thorns. With this new toucan pet, you can literally do it the same with the parasol flower, which is super overpowered. And not only this is because it also boosts the chances of gold or rainbow for those pets. So guys, right now I would tell you to get the toucan pet. And that is all for this video. And if you would like to watch another video of mine, then just click this video on your screen right now. Until tomorrow's upload, then goodbye.